Complete with a certificate of occupancy from the Lagos State government. Addressing the protesters, the Deputy Majority Leader of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Adedamola Kasimu, who spoke on behalf of the Speaker Mudashiru Obasa, assured that the matter will be attended to urgently.
Come to our rescue to really come out in full for that to condemn this action of the military. But we are not in the military era. A military cannot just come and just dispersing everybody. If you go there now, the place is like a ghost. So apart from that, we want compensation for everything that have been destroyed in our farmland. But you can imagine somebody that planted oil palms, rubber plantations, and all of a sudden, you cannot even access it. And these are cash crop that is supposed to enjoy for the next 30 years. They just put the bulldozer everything out without any compensation, without any notice. This is barbaric. I need to be condemned by every concerned people, even including the president.
They moved from that plane to a plane. I mean, they compensated us. They gave us some lands also, which was fine. But then we'll be doing this now for another 5-6 years. Then the military came again. Now, where do we go? Where do we start from? But I believe one thing, because I remember the governor at that time was Fashola, and he did a tremendous job. So I'm expecting the present Governor Sanwo-Olu, to do better than what Governor Fashola did. And I believe in the government, and I know they will do something.
Progressive, anti-economic development. So we are now appealing to Mr. President, Mr. Governor.
It's very pathetic.
Distinguished senator who is representing this district, the House of Representatives, Honorable Wale Raki, who is representing the area, Ekpe constituency, and Honorable Toby, who is representing Lagos Ekpe division. So come to the aids of our losses and see what they can do. So we compensate families.
We've written to the appropriate authorities. We've briefed our lawyers also. Our next line of action, if we don't get compensated or relocated, we are going to leave the state. And we are going to file actions, sue the Lagos State government, sue everybody that could be sued. Because we took facilities from banks. We are paying banks.
A total of 17,464 graduates from different disciplines will be marching into the labor market, where 340 students will be graduating with first class during 54th convocation of the University of Lagos, UNILAG, scheduled for next week. The Vice Chancellor of the institution, Professor Folashade Ogunshola, who announced this on Wednesday, was speaking with newsmen on the activities lined up for the one-week-long ceremony in Lagos, hinted that David Akamu from the Faculty of Engineering emerged the overall best graduating student with a perfect score of 5.006 GPA. While breaking down the statistics of the overall graduating student, the university don't say 10,578 of them would receive first degrees, while 6,886 others will be honored with the postgraduate degrees. The Vice Chancellor also spoke on what the government needs to do to eliminate the issue of a situation where Nigerians are looking for greener pastures because of the harsh economic conditions in the country, which is referred to as Japa syndrome.
Need the ability to be able to buy a car without having to bring out all the money at once. We need the infrastructure looked at. So if government makes policies recognizing that the people who create jobs are usually in the private sector, not in government, what we need is for government to create an environment where people can flourish. Where if the private sector or people who run businesses, because most economies grow from their small and medium enterprises. We must make it possible for you and I to do business, get support and grow. So nobody can live on a salary. So till the young people find that there is a way you can survive with a small income, because you can then pay in bits, I'm not sure we can bring them back. We're losing not just the small people, we're losing all the people in academia, in health, because the salary and the conditions of service.
The Bauchi state government has solicited support from the Tertiary Education Trust Fund (TETFund) for a state-owned institution to train technical manpower in agriculture, oil and gas, and other fields critical to national development. Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed, who made the appeal during a visit to TEDfund in Abuja, stressed the importance of human capital development and confronting challenges of underdevelopment, poverty, and unemployment. Correspondent Miriam Menakimo reports that Mohammed noted that the state requires support for its newly established College of Education, technical as well as intervention and vocational training, where artisans, craftsmen, bricklayers, and welders will be trained. On exodus of health workers to other countries, the governor noted that if Nigerian doctors and teachers are needed abroad, the country should expand its training capacity for such manpower to be used locally and for the purpose of exporting them. The Executive Secretary of TEDfund, Architect Sonny Echono, stressed the importance of the college's funding teachers on technical subjects at the basic level, noting it was a challenge.
Being College of Education Technical, that we want to really train the human capital that we need, not just certificates. We want to have technicians, some labor that is required in the field, in the agricultural field. We want people that will be teaching our farmers what to do in terms of what to do during farming season and so on and so forth. And so we need your support because we did not know about the establishment of this new technical institution. But for our state university, colleges of education and others, you have done so much. I would not be an Oliver Twist to be asking too much, but certainly we have no option. We have declared an emergency on education. I believe you have recently seen it, and you have been invited to come for the education summit that we did, and the academic community
can now respond to the changing needs of the education sector to produce people with relevant skills, not just knowledge, and that they can have hands-on. I'm glad that you did talk a lot about the fact that you are moving toward technical vocational education, which is directly in line with the overall objectives of our president and our education roadmap. So focusing on skills, supporting the very manpower base that we require to grow this economy, to activate all our unexplored in our economy, particularly agriculture. We are very concerned that a country like the US, only 5% of their population are engaged in agriculture, yet they are able to